For a while now, this small pet right near my home has been calling out to me. Every hour of the day, it becomes a completely different place. The light continually carving out new shapes, shifting the colors, rewriting the environment. Today, I decided to grab my iPad, sit down right in the middle of the dust, and try to catch the groove and its most punishing hour, noon. Almost immediately, you run into the ultimate friction of digital plein air painting. Seeing the screen itself. Under the harsh Aegean sun, the dark colors completely vanish into the glare. Before the light can completely blind my vision, I start with a standard foundation. A rich, textured gray ground, dropping a noise layer right on top. In soft light mode, at 32% opacity, it gives the pixels a physical grid, even if I can barely see what I am doing. Instead of chasing green foliage, my first instinct is to capture the underlying heat. I mess in heavy blocks of terracotta and burnt sienna using combo brush. If you look at the screen, it feels chaotic. I am placing deep values entirely by estimation, relying on basic layout structure rather than exact sight. When you can't trust your eyes, you have to trust your calculations. At this stage, you cannot afford to get trapped by individual details, blades of grass or individual leaves. The noon light shifts too fast. You have to catalog the heavy architecture of the scene, the absolute weight of the olive trunks, the tilt of the bed winding into the grove. You are extracting the essence of the space, not copying a photograph. First blocking happened in a matter of minutes. It is a fast, visceral battle against the elements. I have no idea if these values are correct or if the composition is even holding together, but the structure's skeletal frame is now down. The real work is ahead. I am going to look for the light and try to pull forward the highlights and begin to realize when your eyes fail you, something else takes over. To be honest, as I picked up my stool and walked back home, I didn't expect much from this session. Based on what I could barely see on the glare-ridden iPad screen out in the dirt, I assumed the values would be completely uncalibrated. When I finally brought the file back into the house under controlled lighting, I was genuinely surprised. Despite my limited ability to see the screen on site, the canvas held an incredible raw energy. It had captured the absolute essence of the noon glare perfectly. Looking at the marks, I start to dissect my own process. How did a blind composition turn out dishonest? That's when the realization hit me. My multi-decade upbringing with traditional mediums hadn't vanished. When your eyes are overwhelmed by glare, your muscle memory takes the wheel. It forces you to draw and paint directly from your spine. It's a primitive, tactile habit that doesn't leave you, no matter how many years pass or how digital tools become. With this structure safely anchored by that internal compass, I began utilizing the unique texture of the combo brush to extract the loose gravel textures and bright sun bleach weeds along the path. I use an unblended, high-energy, impressionist approach. Dropping unaltered dots of pale ivory directly against the dark shadows gives the foreground field an organic shimmer. The viewer's eye does the heavy work of assembling the pasture, mimicking the natural optical vibration of a real sun-drenched day. When the session wrapped, I faced a crucial directorial decision. Do I take this sketch into my main workstation and clean it up? I decided to keep it exactly as it was born in the field. No touch-ups, no studio corrections, no digital polishing. It is what it is, with all its faults. A live experience in a historical record of single moments in time. If you try to refine it later in isolation, you destroy the very honesty that made it special. This pet has completely captured my attention, and I will definitely return to it at different hours of the day to keep exploring this infinite dance of the light versus color. I hope you enjoyed this quick semi-blind plein air experiment. Until next time, hit the studio, leave the undo button behind, and trust your spine. See you soon.